So, good afternoon. This reading is going to be a little different than what I usually do. But there are no accidents, no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. We're led to certain things by certain people in our lives to help with growth for ourselves or others. I was given a wonderful idea today by someone who I respect, admire, and love very much. And I wanted to give it a shot. See what the guides above, the angels, source, whatever you want to call it, have to say about this. The idea was, why don't you do a reading about why the world is where it's at right now? Do a check-in on planet Earth, Mother Gaia. And I stopped and I thought, my gosh, yes, why have I not done that? It's a little daunting, but I know that what will come in is what's important for those who are listening and for those who find this video. So I will do so. One of the first things I heard when I sat down was purging. Those of us who are light workers and been doing the work for some time, we're not unfamiliar with that term. And then my guide has come through and I'm hearing the darkness cannot hide anymore. To purge the dark, it must be given light. It's being absorbed. For too long they've been in hiding. Who are they? I don't know. Dark energies, spirits, whatever you want to call them. So everything's being exposed. Veils, they're showing me like curtains being torn and ripped. And dark things hiding down on the floor, huddled up, trying to get away. But they can't get away anymore. Anything that happens in the dark comes to light. There's an old saying about that, right? And now they're showing me the Justice card and tarot and how her scales, they're slowly starting to come back, right? Coming back into balance. We've gone too far one way and it's coming back. I'm hearing painful process. It's a painful process. And this is something that I've known for some time in conversations with my guides. That those souls who have passed on through the pandemic, through war, whatever it is, they made that plan long before they came here because they knew that there was a battle that was going to need to be fought on the other side. They cannot fight it here. They have to spiritually go to the other side where they are strong in numbers and they then can project that light and eliminate the darkness that's basically encompassed the earth. And they're showing me like cities in ruins and like some sort of sci-fi movie where, you know, it's the end of days kind of thing, and there's smoke and ash and these creepy things scuttling about. And then walking down these broken streets are these beings of light, these just regular people. They're showing me old people, children, everyday people, police officers, nurses, every walk of life, every shape and form, from all walks of life. walking, and as they walk, I mean, it's like their light. You know, when you see an atomic bomb go off, and those rings, the percussion of those rings and the explosion spreading outward, that's what it's showing me. And as it's going outward, all of these dark patches are just being eliminated. So these beings of light are here to help eliminate and decimate the darkness that's been here for way too long. It's eradicating old paradigms. It's eradicating the patriarchal. It's eradicating the gross misconduct of those in power. It's eradicating the dark thoughts. Of course, it's not going to make everything go away because we have to have both, right? But there has to be a balance, and it's bringing it back in balance. And I would really like to pull some cards and take a look at that, and what does that look like, right? This is very interesting. I'm hearing bringing back the old ones, bringing back the old ways, and they're showing me Ireland, Scotland, the Highlands, the fairy mounds, the magic, the trees. I'm hearing J.R.R. Tolkien had it right. For anybody who's a J.R.R. Tolkien fan, you know what I'm talking about. The ancient ones. I'm hearing the ancient ones. They're showing me flowers and things popping up around old headstones and old graveyards. It's like new life. It's symbolic for new life being brought to the old ways, to the ancient ones, ancient memory having been lost coming back. Which we all know. I mean, so many have talked about this great awakening that's happening. Well, it's no joke. It really is truly happening, but it's a painful process, right? It's a purging. So let's see. And my nose is itching. Everything is starting to itch right now, so I'm getting tapped in here. So let's take a look. Let's just simply ask, what is the purpose for all of this chaos and darkness and disease that's happening right now on our planet? What is going on? What is going on? I just heard cleaning up the mess. And I'm seeing beautiful angels, like the big, beautiful angels. Not necessarily with the wings, but they are glowing and they're big, walking amongst the dead. And they're reaching down and they're pulling them up, like they're pulling up the souls, and they're like literally coming up out of the bodies, and they're pulling them up. And they're happy and they're hugging and rejoicing. They're all together. That's beautiful. What's the purpose? What's happening right now? Material harvest. Trying to bring in, and it's interesting because I'm seeing the, if you can see that, those two buildings in the back, they remind me of like the Roman buildings, and also like maybe the political buildings, the politicians, the White House, the courthouses and things like that. And you see how it's balanced, right? It's trying to balance out the haves and the have-nots, balancing out the abundance versus the greed, is the sense I get with this one. And, you know, you look at this light around his head, it's bringing back what's truly important, right? What is truly important? And it's like the downloads that we're getting, the information that we're getting from the divine. Okay, this card showed itself to me, and I didn't flip it over. I put it back. Always, if it's meant to come out, will come back out, and here we have it. Again, also card number 1, so if you believe in numerology and all that, look up number 1. New beginnings. Triumphant success. And I see this as divine intervention, right? The sword of truth, the sword of justice coming in, cutting down the darkness. Do you see there's dark in front and light in back? It's cutting through the darkness. Triumphant success over the darkness. Eradicating. And I want you, and I've never seen this before. Do you see this? Where is his hand coming up from? It's coming up from the earth. Do you see? It's like the flowers I saw sprouting from the earth, right? The ancient ones coming back. They're here to fight on our side. We may not see them, but they're there. And they're cutting through the crap. Kicking ass and taking names. That's amazing. Triumphant success. I am listening to Hearing the Calling. Obstacles and challenges. Helping to remove obstacles and challenges. Eliminating all of these things that we've been navigating, right? And this is like walking down that road with all of the rubble everywhere, the ruined cities. And you see these little orbs, these light. I'm also hearing full circle. It's interesting because I'm looking at that circle. But these are our guides. They're coming in, our little spirit guides, showing us the way. Showing us the way through these obstacles and through this darkness. Everything's coming full circle. Obstacles and challenges. How do we grow, right? How does our soul grow with obstacles and challenges? It's gone so far one way. It's time to come back. It's time to graduate. Basically is what I'm hearing. This earthly realm. Wow. Card number 8. Accelerated motion. So we're on a fast track to expansion and learning and knowledge. Those souls that are here right now that are battling this stuff, we chose to come here. We chose to be the AP class of this generation. This is which brings in this light, right? Look at this. We're looking to the stars for guidance. There's our divine guidance. It's amazing. And card number 8, which is all about infinity. And it's funny because there's a movie out right now called The Infinite. I don't know if many have seen that. Past lives. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Okay, this card fell out. See this? This is what we're eliminating. This is what we're here to eradicate, this temptation. And this is temptation of all sorts. The temptation of the flesh, the soul, the mind, the things that take over, the too much, the excess, the demons. There are no demons, by the way, but the darkness that creeps in, right? Those icky things living in the corners that we're shedding the light on. You know, the sexual addictions, the drugs, alcohol, the greed, the need for power, and that is being eliminated. But how can that be eliminated, right? And the waiting game. We're being taught patience as well, okay? This is something that's so hard for a lot of us. The patience. Trusting divine timing. Understanding that there's a reason for everything, right? And that it's infinite. You flip it over, runs out, you flip it over, and we start over. See? It's infinite. It goes in circles. Goes in phases, stages, cycles. We're being taught that. We are now in the upswing. Do you see the roots and the growth on this tree? We're going in circles. Always. And again, with the material harvest, and here we have material and spiritual prosperity. This is here to teach us to be grateful for what we do have, right? You can't be grateful for what you do have unless you've experienced lack. This is, showing those in power. This is eliminating them. Those who have gotten there on the backs of the other ones. Karma is coming in for sure. But this is also teaching us that, we need to appreciate what's truly important. The spiritual guidance, things are not what's important. People are what's important. Doing the right thing is what's important. Spreading your love, your light, hoping to grow, learning those lessons. That's what's important. And we're seeing it every day, right? We're being taught to use our own intuition. We can't trust the news. You can't trust this. You can't trust that. So where do we go? We go within. We start to question. But that's how people learn, right? That's how we learn. Trusting our intuition. People's intuition is coming back online. Yes. And fulfillment of wishes. See? Things are coming in. But we have to trust. We have to believe that there's something better out there. And that all of this is for the betterment of all, right? And card number 12, sacrifice. There's always going to be some form of sacrifice, but out of that sacrifice comes what? See that rainbow there? She may feel like she's drowning, but there's beauty that's being created. And it is going to come to fruition. We will get there. It's just a battle. There's going to be sacrifices made along the way, but those sacrifices help us move forward. There's a reason, and it could be, again, those souls who are sacrificing their life now to move to the other side to help us move forward. Good always comes from bad. We're being taught spiritual strength. We're being taught what's important. We're being taught that these things go in cycles. It's always going to be a cycle. And we must trust the divine. We must get back in touch with the earth, with ourselves, with our family, with our heart, with our soul. And the only way to do that is to show the ugly, to show the dark side, to show the ick, so that we shy away from that and we eliminate that. And people start saying, whoa, this is too much, what's happening? And the shift starts. It's like they're showing me a rock being thrown in a still water, how those ripples move outward. Just one little rock, and it touches every shore. It's amazing. Let's look at what's happening here in my country, in America. What is going on here in America? What is this? The purpose of all of this insanity that's going on right now. What's the purpose of what's happening here? I'm hearing the words elimination. Grieving. We're healing wounds, old wounds. We're needing to grieve. We're needing to cry. When you grieve, when you cry, you transform, just like this butterfly, right? You know, they always say, I need to have a good cry. That's what this is all about. We're all grieving. We're grieving those who've passed on. We're grieving past lives. We're grieving what was, what could have been. We're washing ourselves clean and clear. We're being transformed. We're being taught compassion. Do you see that? Through this grieving, we're being taught compassion. We're being shown loss and sadness, destruction, to breed compassion, to bring compassion back to this planet, back to our country. To stop walking by those laying in the street homeless, to stop holding a camera and taking a picture instead of putting the damn camera down and going over and helping. Listen, I'm always left in awe. Always. I don't care how many times I do readings. I don't even need to speak on this. Anybody with two eyes can see what this means. It's exactly what I was saying earlier, what I was talking about. More, please. And it will be served. You know what I get off this one? This goes back to the material thing. Your job is important, yes, but greed, money, career, that is not what's important. What's important is, how did you get that career? What are you doing in that career? Are you happy doing what you're doing? Are you serving others? Is it for the greater good of all, or just your own greed? Are you giving to others, Are you helping others in a career? Are you open to change? Are you working with compassion? Are you treating others with compassion in your career? It's being stuck in the 3D material world. It's that gathering of things. He who dies with the biggest pile, there's some dumb saying about that. That's not what's important. You know, climbing that corporate ladder, because I'm sitting here looking at this ladder and, you know, this person climbing up this tree. Yes, work is important. We have to have money to live, right? But it has gone so far to that side where people are doing anything and everything, cutting corners, being, you know, using malfeasance to get what they need, right? This greed, too much. It's too much. When is too much enough, right? Enough is enough. And this is wiping that shit out. People are starting to look at things like, you know what? My job was great, but wow, I actually enjoy spending time with my family. I sat down and played cards with my daughter the other day. When's the last time you sat down and played cards with your family? Right? It's teaching us that, yeah, career is important, but what's more important is your family, your home life, that balance, that work-life balance. And what did I just say? This is at the bottom of the deck. Family. Family, love, light, teaching others, breaking those generational wounds and curses that so many of us are here to do. That codependency, that messed up way of looking at things. Wife has to be pregnant in the kitchen, the man has to work. It's breaking all of those things, you know, that a relationship has to look a specific way. You know, genders have to be a specific way. It's that breaking that down and understanding that at the end of the day, we're all souls, right? We're here to learn, to have compassion for humankind, not the almighty dollar. That's pretty powerful. So, let's look and see what might be coming in here in the next couple of weeks. Because you know what? You never know. Let's find out. See if my guides will show me what's coming in here in the next couple of weeks. Give me some energies here in the next couple of weeks that we are going to see in our world. The most important things. We've got so much going on. What are going to be the key things that's going to be happening? Boundaries. And you want to know what I just heard with this war? Country boundaries. I feel like there may be boundaries, borders. I'm hearing borders. Borders could be closing. There could be, I know there's something going over in the Pacific over there in China right now. There's something about borders and boundaries. Something happened. There could, well, and if you look here too, do you see these fires? See the fire? So I feel like there could be more fires, of course, in our country. I mean, that kind of is a no-brainer, obviously, but the fact that they're showing that to me is interesting. So something with borders, something with fire, we're going to be seeing these. And I'm looking at this infinity symbol. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more things that have to do with the infinity symbol. Like if you go to the store, decorations and things of that nature. To be a lot more spiritual things showing up, you know, some trending hashtag infinity or whatever. What else, please? I feel like there's going to be a fire in a city, a big fire in a city, or here in our country, in America, could be a big fire sweeping through the grasslands, through, like, you know, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, California, where it's all grassy. I feel like there may be a big fire down there, or a big fire in a city. And here we have justice. We're going to be seeing a lot more things in the court. I feel there's going to be some things happening that wow, okay, a twist of justice, twisted justice, but karma will take them down. So there may be some things coming up in court with the big wigs, different things. There's going to be something in the news about it, where there's justice is going to be kind of twisted to serve a certain faction, but karma will get them. I'm hearing it's time to pay the piper. I'm hearing it's time to pay the piper. So even though if something happens, somebody gets off from a court case or something, some sort of legal case, it's like I'm literally seeing this wall in the back of like these spirits doing this, and they're not real kind. They're like dark, because they're the darker energies, and they're rubbing their hands, and they're doing this like they can't wait to get their hands on whoever this is that's getting out of whatever this court case is. So there's gonna be something in the news about some court case, some big case, and it may look like justice isn't going to be served, but it's going to be. Okay. I feel there may be a situation with the stock market coming up. There's going to be some pretty big losses, I'm hearing. They're literally showing me a graph, and it's spiking downward. They're showing me people on the street like picking up garbage and stuff. There may be a real push for recycling, or there may be why are you showing me trash? People picking up trash. There may be something in the news about people picking up trash, a city, some sort of destruction, and people are going through, and you may see on the news people trying to pick up the pieces. I mean, a lot of stuff is happening over there in Europe with the flooding right now, but I feel this is something different. A tornado, there may be a tornado that rips through a city, and they may show you people cleaning up. But there's something about Wall Street, financial health. More people are going to get some jobs, though. Your middle class people. I feel there should be more jobs opening up for them, more opportunities. Okay, and then we have life purpose. So I feel again that this is more have to do with the spirituality type of things. I think a lot more people are going to be coming into this. We may start seeing stories on the news about people talking about spirituality, maybe new types of worship opening up in the next couple of weeks. There may be something about I don't know, there may be a story about a specific tree, a type of tree. I'm hearing rainforest. Maybe something that's going on over in the rainforest that we may see on the news here in the next couple of weeks. And then beauty. I think we may see something in the news. I feel like there may be a celebrity coming up in the news that is going to come forward and express some truths. Truths exposed, I'm hearing. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is Britney Spears, but somebody, and they're going to be an advocate for natural beauty, like, the no filters, no plastic surgery kind of thing. I think we're going to see a celebrity come forward and really be an advocate for that, and just for women and men, and also. But I think that's going to be a big story. And then, of course, we have grieving at the bottom of the deck. So there's going to be some more death, some spikes happening. I feel like there's going to be something's going to happen in Great Britain. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Something's going to happen in Great Britain. And here I'm looking at these two blue butterflies. Now, this is happiness, okay, under that. So something is going to be shifting after this. I don't know what this is going to be happening in Great Britain. Oh my gosh, is the queen going to die? Maybe something about the queen, but I'm seeing this butterfly. There's two butterflies and it's blue, and that's speaking your truth. It's your throat chakra. And I feel like this is being set free. Like, whatever this grieving is setting someone or something free. There's a death that's going to happen. And it's setting people free. This is like the spirits rising up and transforming, right? And it's just pure joy and bliss. Maybe we're going to hear some stories about past lives and, you know, somebody having a near-death experience and talking about the beauty and the joy on the other side. But this is what they wanted to give me for what's coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So let's all remember that we're here to love one another, and the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and I may go ahead and do another one of these. I really kind of liked doing this energy. It felt really good.